Well, talking of this one, I've never really seen that helicopter before anyway. This is the first time I've caught the Agustawestland AW119 Koala, that is anyway. Obviously this is one of the Saxonair helicopters, I believe anyway. This is probably the ones I've not seen before anyway. So as you can see here, look, that's the this is the helicopter I've literally not seen before anyway, but this is the first time I ever filmed this one anyway. It's the Agustawestland AW119, especially the first time I've seen it with the skates anyway. First time filming it with the skates though anyway. And as you can see, the call sign is SXN22, that is. And the registration is G-HZRD, that is. So obviously just you can see from here, it's literally, well, it came here probably about 900 feet by the looks of it. Came here probably about 900 feet anyway. As you can see, that's just landing somewhere just over towards Budor Water, I believe anyway. So yeah, it probably looks like it's just landed somewhere just over Budor Water, I believe anyway. So yeah, I think that looks like it's just landed towards there anyway. And let's have a look where it's come from anyway. As you can see, that's just literally came from all the way from somewhere near London Ambassador Heliport, I believe. I think it's just took off from London Heliport, I believe anyway. By the looks of it, that's just came out from London Bannister Heliport anyway. That's where it came out from, I believe anyway. Just literally took off from London Heliport, I believe anyway. As it just took off around 8:15 this morning. As you can see, that just worked around there anyway. And if I go plane Friday, it should be on there. Oh, this bloody plane Friday is ridiculous on there, literally. So if I go plane Friday, it should be on there. Hold on, when was it? It was G-HZRD, I think it was, yeah. As you can see, this one is the Agustawestland AW119 Mark 11, that is. And that is operated by the Saxonair Charity Limited, that is. As you can see, it's going from not available to not available. Flyby 24 should have it though. There we go, Flyby 24's got it though. It's obviously known as Leondaro AW119. It's just that green helicopter I've just seen anyway, which obviously that helicopter I've not seen before though. It's the first time I ever filmed one in Penryn anyway, but it looks like it's just landed at Budor anyway today, which hopefully we should see a takeoff shot from it, hopefully, if we can, from the AW119, hopefully. So yeah, I think that's just. So yeah, I think that's the only one I've seen so far anyway. It's the AW109. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, hopefully we might be able to see takeoff. Hopefully, it hopefully should be going into New Cable hopefully very soon. Okay, so yeah, thanks for watching. Goodbye. Well, there we are. Look, that was the Agustawestland AW119. It's just now departed over just near Budor anyway. which, as you can see, that's just departed out. That's just literally just departed just over, just as it was coming from somewhere near Brickley Mortal Road junction, by the looks of it, just near opposite of the just opposite near the Caravan Holiday Park. By the looks of it, I think that's just where it's departed out from there anyway. Which, as you can see, it has just taken off anyway. Because this bloody plane photos are useless anyway. So as you can see, that's just now departed out anyway. So that was the Agustawestland AW119 Mark 1, that was anyway, and that was the Saxonair Limited anyway. To be fair though, there is a difference between the AW119, which the AW119 that has the that doesn't have any skeets anyway, whereas the AW119 that has the one with the skeets anyway. Obviously there is a difference anyway, but between the AW119 and the AW109, which obviously, because I remember the last time we saw the other Saxonair, which was the AW109 SP we've seen last time, and that registration was G-HZRD, that was last time. But now we get to see the different Saxonair helicopter, which is now Agustawestland AW119 Mark 11, that is. So yeah, I think by the looks of it, that's just probably now heading over to Newquay Airport now, I believe anyway. It's probably now on its way to Newquay Airport, I believe now anyway. So yeah, by the looks of it, I think that's probably on its way to, probably over to Newquay Airport now, I believe anyway. That's just probably where it's heading off to, I believe anyway. It's probably now heading off to Newquay Airport anyway. And hopefully by the time it should be heading back, probably to its base, the London heliport, I believe anyway. London Basta heliport anyway. Which that's probably where it came out from anyway. There we go. That's probably where the base just took off from anyway. So yeah, that's probably where the base just took off from anyway. That's where it's probably based at. It's Denham Airfield. That's where it took off from anyway. It took off from Denham Airfield anyway. This is probably where it took off from anyway. It took off from Denham Airfield anyway. That's where it's taken off from anyway. So yeah, that's where it took off from this morning anyway. And then after that I went into London Ambassador heliport anyway. So yeah, anyway, it looks like it's about to go to Newquay Airport now anyway, by the looks of it. Okay, so yeah, obviously I've got to go now anyway, because my granddad's here anyway. Sorry about that guys, because I've got to go because my granddad's here now. So anyway, he probably doesn't even know what I'm doing anyway. Sorry about that guys. This is why I hate when my family just into my bloody video and all that. Just hate when my bloody parents and carers are just bloody into my video, especially when I'm home and all that. So yeah. But anyway, okay, so that's going off to Newquay Airport now, I believe anyway. That's going to Newquay Airport now anyway, and hopefully for the time it should be heading back to its base at Denham Airfield very soon, hopefully, which hopefully should be heading back there this afternoon, hopefully. Okay, so yeah, thanks for watching, bye bye. Well, as you can see, once again, that was the that was probably the third flight past we've just now seen, which that was the Agustawestland AW119 once again for the third flight past we've just now seen anyway. So as you can see, that's probably the this is probably the second takeoff I've just seen from the Agustawestland AW119 Canada, that is. And this is the one that's operated by the Saxonair helicopters anyway. Saxonair charter helicopter, that is, anyway. And as you can see, it's the same registration, G-HZRD, that is. Which, as you can see, like here to start with, he was so yeah, that was when he took off to start with, as he was heading to Newquay Airport anyway. But as you can tell, this time it's just come back anyway. It's just now come back for his third flight past anyway, which unfortunately, because unfortunately I didn't get to see another flight past as it was coming back from visiting Newquay Airport anyway. But for some reason that this was coming back from Newquay Airport anyway, as unfortunately I didn't see it coming back into, well, as unfortunately I didn't see it coming back from Newquay and then going back to Leondaro for some reason. But as you can see, that's just divided out by the looks of it, just so you can see. So yeah, if I go to Frida, it should be on there. I mean flight 24, sorry. There he is, look. This is where we've just first seen it departing anyway, as unfortunately I've missed it, see it coming over at my place as it was coming back from Newquay Airport anyway, as unfortunately I didn't get to see it landing, unfortunately, because I was busy at the time. So yeah, luckily we now get to see this one once again, the Leondaro AW119 Canada, that is. Well, because to be fair though, this is probably the first time I ever seen this helicopter actually, because obviously I told you that this is probably the helicopter I've ever seen for the first time anyway. This is probably the first time I've ever seen this helicopter anyway. Especially it's got a number 2 sign on it as well anyway, which is weird though. It's obviously the first time I ever caught this helicopter anyway. It's the first time I ever filmed this helicopter anyway. Which obviously, you know, especially the engine sound is similar to the AW119, which obviously, to be fair, just makes no difference anyway. Because the trouble is, that doesn't make no difference anyway, because the engine sound makes no difference to the AW119, which the AW119 is the one we normally see, apparently, but not the AW119. But I will have to say, this is probably the first time I ever caught the AW119 Agustawestland. First time I ever filmed that one actually. So yeah. But anyway, I think by the looks of it, that's probably now travelling back to its base, probably back to its base at Denham Airfield, I believe anyway. And also it should be going back to its base at London Heliport, London Passenger Airport, I believe. London Bannister Heliport, I believe anyway. So I think it probably looks like it's going to go back to where this came from to start with. He was at London Heliport to start with. Well, to start with, he was taken off at Denham Airfield, and then it was London Heliport, which I think by the looks of it is going to go back to London Heliport first, and then back, and probably back over to his base at Denham Airfield, I believe. Denham Airfield. I think this is where it's probably now travelling over back to his base at Denham Airfield now, I believe anyway. Okay, so yep, and that was the Saxonair charter helicopter we've just seen, especially the first time I've ever seen it on the AW119 helicopter, which this is the first time I ever filmed this one around my place of Penryn. First time I ever filmed this one in Cornwall, apparently. So yeah, this is probably the first time I ever filmed this one in Cornwall anyway, but similar to the AW109, but you know, especially because I know like sometimes we do see the AW109 around here sometimes, because sometimes we do see the AW109 more than the AW119. Which, you know, obviously there's no difference because of the AW119, that's got the ones with the skeets anyway, and with the AW109, that doesn't have the skeets, that has with the wheels anyway. Which obviously the AW119, that has the, because obviously that occasionally has the one with the skeets anyway, and with the AW109, that has the one with the wheels anyway, with the landing wheels. So yeah, it's no difference though, but at least I'll say is there is a few difference anyway. So yeah, there is a few difference between the Agustawestland AW119 and the AW119 apparently. Okay, so yep, that's probably now heading back to its base at Denham Airfield now, I believe. It's probably now travelling back to its base now, I believe, all the way back to its base, I believe. Okay, so yep, and especially he literally had this fuel stop at Newquay Airport anyway. Okay, so yep, thanks for watching. Bye bye.